Hello and welcome to tonight's show. We are here with the WarnerMedia After Party stream, and as you can see, we have a fine panel of guests tonight. We have got some guy in a crown with a autism awareness shirt. We've got someone with a hairpiece and a really snazzy suit, and we've got a woman on set. We've got the real diversity quotas met and everything.
I'm
So
impressed.
this is a fantastic opportunity to discuss the election results, to have just a general conversation about the state of Irish politics and the outcome of this election. So it's going to be an amazing night. We're going to have great fun, very good entertainment, and reliable news. But before we continue, I have to issue an apology on behalf of Warner News, because as I'm sure most of you know, for the past several elections, we have provided the official coverage of the Irish general election results. And for some reason, in this election, the Electoral Commission decided to grant the contract for this to some other random news company, some little irrelevant station. It's like News Today or something. News yesterday.
News soon, I think it is.
News soon. It might be something. It's something like that. We don't need to get bogged down with the details. All we know is they got given the contract. And for that, we have to apologise, because we are incredibly sorry that you had to sit through their miserable and dismal content. I didn't watch it because I'm
Subpar content.
Yeah, subpar content. I didn't watch it because I'm not an idiot. Apparently, it was like watching beige paint dry. Who knows for sure? But what we can tell you and what we can guarantee is that this will be compensation for us not getting that contract. No matter how hard we protested, we were denied it. But we're here to make up for it now. So I'm going to hand over to the woman, Claire, I think that's her name. Hey, Claire. I think you're going to discuss something relating to the results.
Tonight has been one of the biggest weeks in history of Ireland, and possibly.
Okay.
I believe she's using her
I think
toaster.
her microphone has died.
Tesco Wi-Fi.
Claire, is your microphone working, or? This is Claire. Woman.
I believe she's died.
I think it's gone badly. Okay, that aside, it's none of our business. Our microphones all work perfectly fine at WarnerMedia. She was using a Newsnow microphone because for some reason she
We
had
stole from
one.
them.
And that just shows you how terrible Newsnow are. But let's not focus too much on that unfortunate fact. Let's discuss the election results, because we have the final results, and I believe the Social Democrats have come out on top again. Quite surprising, because everyone was expecting them to completely die this time round. So this is what, the fourth election in a row they've come out on top.
Very big.
Impressive, I have to say, because that's quite unprecedented in Irish politics. But they've got. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's we've got some guests coming on. We've got Potato, we've got Killian, and we have yeah, here they are. There's nice
Good evening.
jumper. Hello.
Hello, Potato.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, glad to have you on the show.
Yeah,
It's always
Jumper
nice to
quite a
have
lot.
nice
Very,
players.
very snazzy. So are these all
Potato.
social democrats joining us tonight?
Potato and I are elated with the news.
Okay, so
Ryan
we've
is
got,
the leader of Fine Gael.
we have Fine Gael on too. Okay, so that's very good. Let's start off though by talking to the Social Democrats, because they've come out on top. And how are you guys feeling tonight? You must be quite ecstatic, provided that everyone thought you were going to fail.
Well, I think definitely just shows that the public have unwavering support for us, and that we shall not be defeated just yet, and we're not going out right now. So yeah, see what coalition talks and things like that
Sorry.
come to
finish.
fruition.
Well, that's very pleasing to hear. Do you think you'll end up in government again?
Yeah, I'm highly. Well, I'm very certain that I think we will end up in government.
That's very promising to hear. Oh, James has joined us. The
Oh,
trader
let's
of
go.
news now has joined us. James, what do you have to say for yourself? Trader.
I'm just helping Ireland as much as I can.
You are
I heard a
basically a
rumor that you're
Nazi
not
at this
actually
point.
Irish.
I think it's disgraceful that you would betray WarnerMedia like this. We are willing to forgive you if you denounce the quality of the news on our stream. And I do need to mention quite quickly that none of our panelists or hosts tonight are. Who is this person? Okay, well they're gone anyway.
They've been taken.
None of our panelists or hosts tonight are by any means inebriated on any substances. Unlike News Now, because they don't vet for that, they're all just a bunch of junkies and crackheads, and this goes to show why their stream was so terrible. But no, we've heard from Social Democrats, that's very promising to hear. Fine Gael, I think you're with us. Someone from Fine Gael. Are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm looking like mad though.
First question, why did Fine Gael not campaign this election?
I got appointed interim leader 3 to 4 days before the election, with
Okay.
not much support because
Well,
the party was dead before. Obviously, I got appointed my role to try and build some stability into it before the election.
I mean,
we campaigned a
that
tiny
is-
bit.
yes,
I admit
that is fair
could have
enough.
maybe done more, but my aim was get as many seats as we can. If we can't get many, I'll be alright with that. Then during this whole term, restructure the party, bring some stability back, and then because I'm interim leader, get a new leadership elected who will keep the party stable, and will make it thrive again.
Can I
The thing
add
is,
I do sympathise with that view quite a lot, because I was in a similar position with Labour. Now, needless to say, I did win 4 seats in that election, not 1, but you know, the mentality's in the right place, and hopefully you're able to fix Fine Gael, because it's kind of like a burning bin at the moment. But yeah, 1 seat. Are you happy with that?
I mean, it's
Satisfied?
more than I thought I was going to get, so I'll take any as a
Fair
start
enough.
of the
It's
election.
a start.
Can I just cut in
Someone
there?
else was trying to talk there. Yeah, who was trying to speak? I
It wasn't me,
interrupted you.
but someone else.
it was
Okay,
me?
well,
I was
yeah,
going
okay,
to
you can
say,
speak.
Ryan, you
What?
do have big plans for Fine Gael, but the thing is, you did lose a leadership election to a terrorist who is in prison.
I hated that when I
Well,
lost by 1 vote. Also, I found out I was.
I mean, a lot of people have lost to terrorists in the past. I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, most of the time when people lose to terrorists, it's actually quite a good thing, because they're not terrorists themselves. But,
that terrorist lasted
yeah.
like a day in the party before he
There's a
resigned.
lot of people on the stage at the moment.
He was convicted when he became leader, so was that an institutional problem that he'd been elected while he was in prison?
I did contact the Electoral Commission about that, saying, is he allowed to run or not? Because I felt like, why are they allowed to run if they're in prison? And they said there's no laws against it.
Well, there isn't, because Bobby Sands was elected an MP while in prison. So it is perfectly legal. Like,
why should you be allowed to run if you're in prison?
Because any citizen can run for election. Okay, that's a fair enough view. Perhaps with your 1 seat, you might be able to change the law on that. Who knows?
That will be something that we'll be looking into.
Okay. Well, this is not a legal panel. We're not here to discuss the integrity of laws. We're here to discuss election results. So, Fine Gael, prospect of coalition. Do you think you would consider going into coalition with Social Democrats? Same question to Social Democrats after.
I'm the interim leader, so I'm not elected. I feel like it's the choice of an elected leader.
Would you personally though support the decision? You're still likely to be a Fine Gael TD, I assume.
I personally feel like I'm not in the party's not in the state to go in any coalition, so I would rule it out fully.
That's fair enough. Well, since it's ruled out, we don't need to after Social Democrats, because let's face it, they might just, I don't know. But yeah, since it's ruled out, we don't need to discuss it any further. So the performance of other parties tonight, Fianna Fáil, nothing really spectacular there. I mean, they kind of just did as they always do. Labour, yeah, kind of middle of the road, not too bad. Have we got representatives from any other party here tonight as well, or?
I'm technically Labour.
Okay, well, we've got Labour here. As a guy in the autism shirt. So yeah, On behalf of Labour, what do you have to say? Are you satisfied with 4 seats? Is that what you were looking for? Are you happy with that?
We're content with the result, though we were
Content.
hoping for more. However, we have entered coalition talks, and we are optimistic that we will get what we want. If not, we will resort to violence.
Well,
I'd like to quickly ask Ryan a question as well.
okay, one second. Just I'll speak to
Oh yeah, you
for-
disconnected.
Social Democrat representatives, would you support coalition with Labour?
Well, definitely talks will be ongoing with many different parties, and we'll obviously find the best solution for Ireland. We're not ruining anything out
Okay.
at this current stage.
One more question before I go to the person who shouted out before, very obnoxiously. What would be your priority if you got into government? What would be your overwhelming policy that you want to pursue? Is there anything that comes to mind? Just one massive focus over the
Well,
next term.
obviously, as the proposed Minister of Justice and Equality, I think, although I'm speaking from a personal standpoint, I think definitely reforming and revitalising our judiciary and our court system is definitely what is needed.
I think that's a very
We
good.
have many plans.
Would you consider, like your Fine Gael colleague suggested, making it illegal for prisoners to run for election?
Well, if that's what Parliament wants, that's what will happen. See,
Fair enough.
Parliament.
But
legislation.
we're not going to get bogged down with technicalities on the show. We're not Nazis. So yeah, sorry. Who had the question for Ryan previously? Who was
Yeah,
that?
it's me.
Yeah, you go for it. What was your
So
question?
the Sinn Féin leader Valorous was in a similar position to you
Uh-huh.
for the start of the election, and he managed to win a seat, pretty sure, as well as bring stability to the party. What's different between you two?
I believe
Then
he had a
Indeed.
tiny bit more time, definitely, and he had more people
One day.
in the server. He had a more, I would say, stable server than us. He had
Well,
more
to be fair,
from us.
what I will
He was
say is,
more of an elected leader. Our party, I won't lie, it was dead. It's just pretty dead, the whole server.
so was
And
Labour
this
under
is
my
something that we're
leadership, but
aiming
we
to work
still on
on.
4 seats.
We're aiming to try and bring some stability back to the party, make it more active, and then hopefully, with a new leader, it will thrive even further.
Well, you know what? I think it's commendable that that's your aim. Let's not get too busy shitting on Fine Gael because they've obviously suffered enough, and we'll wish them the best of luck in rebuilding their party from the bottom up. So we've discussed things with all the parties here tonight. Has anyone any commentary on the election that hasn't been mentioned so far? You know, anything you want to bring up or discuss?
Yeah, Fianna Fáil in the mud.
In the mud. Okay, how so?
They lost. Well, haven't gained any seats, and Arthur.
Wait.
Who's walking in the wind?
Whose microphone is that? Because it's dreadful.
Yeah, who's hugging that microphone?
Yeah, sort it out. Don't have time for that. I'm sorry. But anyways, someone else's commentary in a sec. You were saying about Fianna Fáil being in the mud. Why is that? And then we'll
Well,
come to
their
the guy
manifesto,
with the hat.
if you read it, is just shoddy. They had no
Okay.
plans for the Department of Justice and Equality. The only thing that they had was something about legalising firearms, which is just stupid. Yeah,
Well, I
they
mean,
didn't
it is
even mention
completely
the proposed
subjective at the
cabinet.
end of the day. What party are you with again? Sorry.
The Social Democrats.
Huh?
The Social Democrats.
Oh yeah, Social Democrats. I think. Oh, sorry, it's
I
hard to
believe
tell.
you meant to
from the
say
voice.
the terrorists.
But no, we won't throw about terrorist allegations unless it's directed against Sinn
Because
Féin.
you're a
Because
terrorist. I have the photos.
I'm not a terrorist, okay?
I can
It's
prove it.
just not true. There's a plane flying past. That's kind of cool. I hope it doesn't crash in the wind. What remarks?
Exactly. I have them recorded and I'm going to sue you.
You can't sue me. No, it's not fair. I didn't know I was on camera, and at the same time, we're out of context, so you can't release them. If you do, okay, we will discuss
I
this
heard
after
you're
the
not
show.
even Irish. I
We
heard
will
you're Northern
discuss this.
Irish.
Yes, that's a massive improvement. But we will discuss this after the show.
So you hate the Irish?
I never said I hate the Irish.
You said Northern Irish people are a massive improvement over the South.
They are, but that doesn't mean I
We are
hate the
all
Irish. It means I
Irish.
feel sorry for them.
We
I
are
like
all
Irish people. Everyone on the island of Ireland is Irish. I see myself
Yeah.
as Irish, but I am a
You
Northern
are.
Irish
You're a bigot.
citizen. I'm a what?
A bigot.
Oh, bigot. Okay. Maybe I am. But one man bigot's another man's freedom fighter. Anyways, let's get back to the content and the quality. Someone had something to say about the election results, not my past shortfallings. Killian thought it was a slur. That got him really excited. There's another woman on the set. She looks like she's from Essex.
I
Made of
hate
rubber.
Essex.
Everyone hates Essex, let's be honest.
Essex hates you. Have you considered that?
I'm glad they hate me because it's warranted. Yeah, this is time to add commentary. Killian, is that you wanting to add commentary?
Yeah, that's me.
Yes, go for it.
Sorry, I was sort
Make
of
some
not listening
comments.
there for a moment. I was kind of distracted. Just like to take a moment now to quickly apologise to and James Akeson. I mean,
What?
deserve to have his house burned down.
No,
not
I
sure if you
agree.
were, not sure if you were on the previous stream or not, but things got very heated. I just didn't. I hate his
say
guts.
that
I hope
anyone
he
who was on the previous stream is a terrible human being because they are condoning Newsnight, and Newsnight are not a good source of information. Let's be honest.
I hear they
just-
support sexism
They do support sexism.
and climate
They support
change.
slave
What's
labor.
wrong
They
with that?
support
Whoa, are we suddenly
support
Nazi
murdering
now? We
little
can't-
puppies
can't
and
have
little
sexism?
kittens. They support climate change. They support all these evil things in the world. And we have to be honest with ourselves. We cannot allow that to go on any further. So tonight is an opportunity to condemn news. Now, whose mic is that? Please fix it because it's very windy and I'm sorry. News now gets me very angry because they're just terrible. Better than that. We're quality news. We provide real information. We get you the facts.
It's a lie, but okay.
We're not. So, James, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Not much. How about you, Judas?
No.
Accept my apology, James.
No, I don't.
How are you doing?
I'm
Okay,
okay.
I hope your house burns down again for a second time. Come on, let's see how far I can take this.
Stop trying to burn his
It's
house
alcohol.
down. He's suffered enough. James, I would just like to apologise because when you came on, we were quite mean to you for being on News Now, and I've realised in hindsight it's not right to blame a victim. Victim blaming is wrong, and I am very sorry you had to sit through that stream, but you had to be a part of it, and that your reputation was affected by that. But
Guilty by association.
you've
not
done
sorry
the
at all.
morally correct. He's done the morally correct thing. He's come on here. Whose mic is that, please? Okay, it's sorted now. He's done the morally correct thing. He's come on here. He's accepted that WarnerMedia is the best and the only viable news source in Ireland, and I think
Non-biased.
he is worth being forgiven for that. But just for the record, would you please apologise to the public for your association with News Now, because it has since been proven that we're all just drug addicts and crackheads.
I mean, we should all support every Irish business. I don't
No,
think anyone-
not that
we
business.
shouldn't.
Not that
No,
business.
not like this.
Yeah.
No. If I started a
I'll pick
business
sides.
selling drugs to kids, would you support that by your
I
logic?
would support
Mr.
that.
Atkinson?
Just saying, I know I'm not James, but I would support that, yeah.
I would
Yeah, but
support that if it
Killian,
was
you
making
literally
money.
stole someone's kids. You stole my
Okay,
kids.
okay, getting a
Yeah.
bit personal here, are we? Take it to the end.
Yeah,
Pew,
exactly.
pew.
So shut up.
Whoa, okay.
Okay, I think we should get back on track because we've kind of lost the focus of this, which is meant to be about politics and elections. Do we have
Does
any
anyone
more
here
guests
agree with
lined up?
my electoral predictions here? Anyone?
Oh,
I
wait.
think Sinn Féin is going to be in government.
I
Oh.
don't think that's... Well, okay, how do you think Sinn Féin will end up in government? Let's discuss this
You
properly
know
and
what, lads?
seriously.
Actually, can I just cut in here. I've had a very interesting DM from. Do you know who he is? Do you know Hugo? Hugo
Yes,
Walker? Yes.
my
you know
former protege. Yes.
Yes, well, he just decided to tell me to release it, but I'll just let you have it actually. He plans to hold a vote of no
Please, now.
confidence in Fine Gael.
He does.
Yep.
Well,
he has
that's
support.
I'll say that is a
Who's that?
serious
Sorry,
challenge.
I only know relevant people. Who's this?
Oh, this is
Oh,
breaking news. Breaking news. So we've got news now that Hugh Hearn, 77, the former deputy leader of the Labour Party, a former heroic statesman who sought to drastically reform the civil service, and due to the corruption that was inherent due to Seaquatic and all the other evil civil servants, he failed in that mission. It was very tragic. But he has now announced that he is going to challenge the leadership of Ryan in Fine Gael. And I would genuinely, and I'm being serious, you should be concerned, because when he puts his mind into something, he's very tenacious, he's very diligent. And what do you have to say to that, Ryan? You're on the panel, this is first you're hearing of this.
I'm not even elected. I'm only interim for a tiny bit. I don't want to stay.
Here's a follow-up question.
With your
if there
one
wasn't
seat.
an election, would you contest the election?
I don't plan to. I've stated this many times. My idea is to run,
So you don't plan
to stay as leader, try and create the party a bit of stability, say that it's ready for a leadership election, elect a new stable leader, and then I'll leave.
Okay, well that's very honourable. That's fair enough. I don't think you deserve any criticism because you've dealt with this situation very fairly. You were given a very tough hand. Result, I don't know, terrible poker hand, all jokers.
I only planned to run for leader before was to try and create some stability in the party for that
fair
election
enough.
because I knew it was collapsing.
With that
I
in
didn't
mind,
plan to stay in it for a long period of time. I just had less time to do that as interim, so that made it harder for me.
Well, with that in mind, then, what would be your commentary on a potential Hugh Hearn leadership of Fine Gael? Sorry.
Hugh Hearn? I don't know who that is. Sorry.
Would you be supportive of it? There's a lot of chaos going on in the studio.
That's how bad I am. I know people. As long as it's not the terrorist, she's greater. I'm all right.
Fair enough. Here. Yes, go for it, Killian. Go and.
See, I don't know Hugh Hearn too particularly. I've had a brief encounter with him in Labour. I mean, I know you said he's dedicated to stuff and he'll put his mind to it, but he was pretty dedicated to that Labour campaign, and not only did leadership campaign, that is, not only did he lose against Lucy, now he's in Fine Gael all of a sudden. Part of me thinks he's doing it for power.
In fairness, he might be. But everyone in Roblox politics isn't for power. Let's not pretend that people here actually are running because they care about the Lego issues of the day. Everyone just wants a bit of power. I'll admit
Lego
politics in Ireland was for power. Yeah, they're serious, but also.
But you don't seem to take them seriously, and for that, you should not be to hold any power whatsoever.
I think exactly the reason I don't hold any power whatsoever.
But you did. You were corrupt.
I was extremely corrupt. Right, get it right. Extremely corrupt. Yeah, apologize.
No, to everyone.
Yeah, no, I'm not apologizing for anything.
To the families you separated, for the children who died.
No children died under my watch.
His children died under my watch, actually.
Well, the president himself was walking on the set of the show. That's pretty
I was
interesting.
Minister for Child
To clarify, your children did die under my watch. It was your children.
Yeah, my children did under Killian's watch because he's a terrible person who supports the murder of children. But
we're all terrible.
Don't get me wrong here. No, listen. I'm not a bad guy. I just kind of hope you die.
Thank you.
Is that
I don't
too
know
much
what to say to that, but
is that too much to say in 2022? God, you wokies.
Okay. Well, we're going to move on from your death threats. On the serious note,
it wasn't a threat. It was a promise.
Hughes can. Okay, we will sort this out afterwards. More so when I have my shotgun in hand. But moving on, Hughes' attempt at the Labour leadership was fairly successful. Let's be honest. He only lost by a handful of votes, and that's quite respectable. So
I guess
it's always a tough draw. I think it would be completely different if he was decimated in that if he got 2 votes or something. But he did quite well.
And he kind of was though.
He wasn't. And people, the whole thing is, I will actually make this serious for a second, because I know Hugh gets a lot of abuse on this platform, and a lot of people find the likes of Hugh, who are quite new to the community, who are a bit inexperienced, an easy target, and it genuinely isn't okay to just like start picking on these people. I've made it clear
That
before.
is true. I can actually get behind that.
Yeah, I made it clear back, and I have stated several times, the reason I helped Hugh, the reason I gave him a position in Labour, the reason I worked with him and didn't just reject him was because if you're starting off from a community, you need some form of guidance, you need some kind of direction if you're going to improve, because everyone was in that situation at one point, and it's not enjoyable. And at the same time, this is still a game. This isn't. People take it very seriously sometimes. You have to make it enjoyable for everyone. I'm sorry to break it to you, but yeah.
But
no, I just wanted to get that out there on a serious note, because it is an issue, and it shouldn't be allowed to happen. And
you see these random people in general chat going, "Oh, career politicians." I mean, no wonder there's people who've been in the community for decades. There's no one to replace them.
Politician. Yeah, literally. Let's not get bogged down with that. Have we got? I haven't seen the news because I've been talking shit here. Has anyone any updates on the progress of coalition talks? We lost the guy for the hairpiece.
Literally no idea right
now. No. If someone can find out some news for us, pass it on. As long as it doesn't come from News Now, we will trust that information.
I have some news for you.
Yeah, you have.
I'm not giving you back your kids. No kids for you.
Aren't they dead?
Well, I mean,
he's stealing his kids.
He just admitted that on air, so I think the Gardaí will be very pleased to hear.
Yeah.
Someone find the footage right
now. If they were a
now,
legitimate police organisation.
Okay, the PSNI will be very pleased to hear that.
If they were a legitimate police organisation.
I agree.
It's a good thing I live next to James's house as of right now.
James doesn't own a house.
He lives in a weed bin.
After me burning it down, I don't think so. Maybe
also,
previously
he never owned it in the first place because the bank took it off him after he refused to pay his mortgage.
But see, he lives near the border, so which bank is up? Which bank do you think?
I don't know.
Bank of Arabia.
No, but why does it matter what? Why does it matter what bank it is?
I have connections. I have connections in many banks.
Oh, has Hugh joined us on stage tonight? It looks like he has.
Ooh,
Mr.
Wait, no, that's not him. I thought it was for a minute, but no, that's not him.
Play along. There was a chance.
It wasn't. That's not him. That's defamation. That's not him.
It's not defamation.
Who is that in the red dress? Who is that in the red shirt, red cardigan?
This is a pro Hugh show. Oh my god.
No, seriously, who's the woman over there?
Barry, are you on the chat?
All the cool kids are here, baby.
Oh my god. Are you still off your head?
I am not off my head. My head is on.
I think someone spiked your drink.
I don't drink.
Let's not get too carried away.
So you don't have water, you'll die.
Shh. Let's not get too carried away with who may or may not have taken drugs.
Oh my
Barry's
god.
with us now. Barry, how's it going?
It's going well, man. It's going well.
Good.
How are you, Mr. Benjamin?
I am very well, thank you. You see, you're the first guest tonight who's actually asked me how I'm doing.
Yeah, shut up, I don't care.
Nobody cares.
Literally. But that's the thing, because people just expect me to sit here, ask how you're doing, pretend like I give a shit about your lives, and then you don't even have the decency to ask me back. And I get paid nothing for it. But regardless, Barry, what's your opinion on the election?
Oh, I don't really have one.
No. You can be honest here, it's not news now, we're not holding a gun to your head, you can...
I feel like I'm literally being held hostage.
You're not being held hostage.
Why is there a woman behind me? That's a hostage situation.
That's what she said, that's what she said, that's what she said, that's what she said.
Diversity quotas, okay?
Diversity. Oh, it makes sense why you got Luca here.
Exactly, yeah, he's just meeting the...
Whoa!
I will be honest with you, I voted Fingal.
You voted for Nigel?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Whoa.
I think you should thank your single voter for coming here and personally telling you that you voted for your party.
I will also be the only person to admit that I actually voted for them.
That's also very true.
Because, like you said, there was only one.
Yes, literally. Ryan, did you even vote for Nigel?
I did vote for Finn.
Wait, that's Ryan?
Ryan's the guy in the blue shirt. Not the autism one, beside him.
I have
You
some
have,
news.
did you
I'm
really
really
have to point out the autism?
Making
Look,
it
please
clear
be
that we're
patient.
making it clear that this show
I have a cooler
is
crown
actually,
than you,
no,
Luca.
this show is
No,
genuinely
you don't. This
promoting
costs
autism
7K
awareness.
Robux.
Okay,
I'm gonna show you
because
my
it's
cool
a serious
crown.
issue.
Want the
Okay,
news
well,
or not?
feel free to show us the crown. That's
Okay, I'm
very
gonna
good
read
of
out the news
you,
then.
know.
The Oireachtas Twitter has just tweeted, following the general election, Dáil Éireann will be convening this upcoming Wednesday to elect a Ceann Comhairle and a Taoiseach. There not being majority parties, yeah, this
No, it's a
upcoming Wednesday
Tuesday.
it says.
Can admin refresh
Only
me,
a
please? I
Tuesday.
have some ice to show.
I hope you're not going to snort it.
Brun, I said ice, not snow.
Okay, you did. That's my bad. Anyways,
I see Josh Miller. I see Josh Miller. Everyone sit down, watch out.
No, oh my god. Who
Just
let him in?
remain-
Who let him
remain
in?
quiet,
Someone. No,
and
shush.
he
Someone.
won't see you.
Okay, we have to apologize that somehow he got onto the set. Someone please murder him instantly.
We've had 2 paedophiles here
Get
today.
off.
Then we've had
No, we
Gavin.
don't
Now
throw
we've
that
Then we've
word
had
about-
Ben.
Miller.
We don't throw this word about, and we don't accuse. Please don't do that. That's
And
We've
our
got Benjamin
DMs say
Cosgrave
otherwise.
as well, so that's number
Funny
3.
guys, lay off the
That's
Ben
not
accusations.
true,
Okay.
and it's completely false, and you're ruining my reputation with lies. Guys, this isn't news now. We're not supposed to be promoting false information
Toxicity.
like this. Exactly.
This isn't false
Toxicity,
information.
False information is
No, I'm
not
saying
allowed
that
to
you're
be quoted on
toxic.
this. I'm not toxic. I'm.
Bro, you're as toxic as it comes.
I have
Well,
some more
Who's
news
next
for
to
you.
my
if you
favourite
want
That's not
autism?
true because I'm
relevant.
not on news now. Killian has more news for us.
Okay,
Tell us the
so
news.
the actual election results document was released. So for the people
Okay.
that didn't read it, the exact calculations, quote unquote, is Fianna Fáil is on 10.2%, 19 votes, which has obviously returned 2 seats. Fine Gael, led by Ryan A. Heathcote, is on 6.45%. That's the lowest I've seen. 12 votes, returning
That's
1 seat.
terrible.
Labour Party is on 19.3%, 36 votes, returning 4 seats. Sinn Féin, led by Valorous, 23.6%, 44 votes. And the Social Democrats, of course, led by Noel Finsby, for 40.3%, 75 votes only, returning 9 seats. Turnout was 203 total votes, 196 votes. Yeah,
pretty
massive.
good.
7
That's a
invalid
huge
votes.
amount.
There's a link there.
Invalid vote. Like, how can people? I mean, I know people can spoil ballots and stuff, but how can you fuck up voting? It's like this most simple thing ever. You just. pick
Well,
your
I thought
party.
you was the leader of Fine Gael still.
People like Ashton get high on
Right.
stream and
I do
Yeah.
not.
Something.
I swear
Ashton,
to God, that's so
you should-
not true.
This is not news now. We do not condone the use
Ben
of
and his
illegal
mother
substances.
You
commits
do
election
condone.
fraud.
I don't condone it.
oh, and
You don't
or
Ben,
do?
you were curious about this?
I don't.
It actually is this Wednesday. The nomination of the Taoiseach
Yeah.
will take place on the 23rd.
You see, it normally happens on a Tuesday, and I don't know why that's weird or not. Okay, Luca has something to say. Luca, you can speak.
Ben has confessed to me that him and his mother committed election fraud in that his mother let him vote on behalf of her.
Luca, what
I'm not
happened to
gonna co-
our what
I'm
happened
not
to our
commenting on that
speakeasy?
allegation.
I finished it. You gotta see it.
I'm
Oh
not
my God!
commenting
Do you
on
wanna
that
do you wanna leave these
allegation.
bozos here and go to the speakeasy?
I may have
I
advised
feel
you,
bad. Give it 5
but I
minutes.
didn't
Okay.
vote underage. Why am I being accused of underage voting? Like, what's like the
Because
worst?
you
What's like the
confessed it
least
to
bad
me.
allegation? I did.
Are you
in
voting?
in confidence, and it's
Nothing
very
you say
nice.
is confidential. Our DMs are streamlined to
They're
MI5.
beamed. They're beamed. That's
They are
good.
beamed.
Are you a beamer? I'm a beamer.
No, we're. Are you? Do you drive a BMW?
Well, I drive Summit.
I don't think
What-
I've
what do you
ever
drive?
heard such an out of touch conversation with the actual subject at hand since being in James's Fine Gael government. That's how bad it this
Can you not criticize us, please? We're trying our best.
Yeah, exactly. We are trying our best.
No,
And you know
look,
what we're doing?
think of it
We're
this
doing
way.
a hell of a
I'm
lot
not
better than
criticizing
Newsnight
you
did.
because
Killian,
no,
you can
no,
criticize
that's
us all you
that's
like,
not true.
but you know deep down that we are
You're
10 times
making
better than
me
Newsnight.
cry.
And no matter what we do in this election stream, it will be better because
If you were
this is
better
us.
than News Now, then why didn't you get the election stream contract?
Get out, get out, get out, get out,
Get
get
out
out, get
because
out.
because the Electoral Commission is run by the deep state, and
There is
Yeah,
no
I,
deep
I,
they are
state.
no, I can
bribed
kind
and forced to get
kind
stuff.
of get behind that. Yeah, that's true, I suppose.
Yes, exactly.
What is
You're
the
being-
deep state, though? Can you elaborate? What is
There
the
is no
deep...
deep
No one
state.
knows.
There is no deep
That's why
state.
it's a deep state.
There is a deep
It's
state.
so deep down,
I
we
was
don't
part
know.
of the deep state.
There is a
Look,
deep
all
state.
because you're not a
Yes,
part
exactly.
of it,
We
don't mean
have
it's not
got
there.
proof of the deep state existing.
It does
Okay,
not
well,
exist.
I have
let's find a,
personally rigged one Irish election
This
in the
isn't adding up.
past.
Look, I love you guys here at WarnerMedia, but that's... You're gonna have to explain it in simpler terms, because this is
And you-
not something
and
about
you're
your
gonna
Ben,
friends'
have
have
to
you
fault.
ever...
well, okay, silence everyone. What does Killian want us to explain? Because
The deep state. I mean, you say it
Maybe
doesn't
he
exist,
wants us to
and it does
explain
exist.
common
it does
sense to him.
exist, but we can't go into details
It?
because
Who's
they're
in it
probably
then?
listening to us, and we don't want to end up
Listening
with
to us?
Novichok in our tea or stuff like that. I don't know what the Irish equivalent of Novichok is,
Oh my
but
god, did you just see No Context Ireland?
no.
Well,
Why?
Connor said
Tell us.
coalition negotiations going well, and then attached is a photo of a GC entitled Sinn Féin Labour SD.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
to be fair,
everything
I
about
think that is very possible. Yeah, look, you actually do know about that.
But I'm
Elaborate.
not saying it because I do
Yeah, you
not
are.
trust you.
Do you want to know
It's
all the
your job.
secrets?
Well,
I have all the
let's just-
secrets.
You're
Okay,
all
well,
Russian
let's see.
spies.
Shh, everyone quiet because this is actually important. Breaking news. All the music and shit. Yeah, breaking news from WarnerMedia. Exactly. Now, from WarnerMedia, who are an actual news source who reports on real information, there is a potential coalition, a freeway coalition,
Wait,
between
what's
the Social
real
Democrats,
information?
Sinn Féin,
That's what she
and
said.
Labour. Silence for a moment, please. We could discuss this after. This is actual news. We're actually doing our jobs for once, and
Yeah,
we
but
need to,
I don't
we
want
need
to
to
do my job.
Shh. I don't care. There might be a freeway coalition between Social Democrats, Labour, and Sinn Féin. That would be very interesting. It'd be the first
Ben,
freeway
you're
coalition
fired.
in a while, anyways. I can't remember when the last one was, but it would be by who?
Move Studios.
I'm
Literally,
an,
there's a few
I'm
cabins
an
over there. Let's go
executive
over
for
there.
it.
We've covered the news part of it. Let's go on to the discussion part of it because, after all, this is meant to be discussing election-related stuff and not.
Yeah, can I say
Um,
something?
Yes, you
Can
can
we
say
do who do you
something.
think?
I
Okay, we
am
can't do
really,
that.
I'm really upset.
Your microphone's breaking up very badly, but yes.
Epic Noah has a better microphone than you.
Okay, let's take it in turn speaking because this is a civilized society in our minds.
I
Can
won't go
we do
British?
the
first. I
thing?
won't go
Can we do
first.
the thing where we
Ashton.
hold the teddy bear and whoever has the teddy bear gets to
Yes,
speak?
we need to do something like that. But,
Have you
okay,
got the conch?
Whoa.
No, okay. We'll discuss this after. Killian had something to say. Ashton, please be quiet for a moment.
Yeah,
We'll come to
is
you
my
in a
mic
sec.
better now?
Yes, it's better now. Killian.
I was
It's
gonna
not really.
say,
No, it's worse than it was before.
oh my god.
Can you just hold it steady so it doesn't shake about?
This better?
Yes, that's better.
Okay, I was gonna say, I feel like nowadays in Ireland it's much more anticipated that there might be a third party coalition. But like if you were to go back to what, maybe Nicola Kinnick, for example,
Yeah.
told him that in the future there would be functionable, stable three-party coalitions, I feel like he'd be very shocked. Anyone in Ireland
I think so
would
as
be
well, yeah.
shocked.
No, genuinely, it is a real shock. And that's a very good analysis of it because three-party coalition it's quite unstable, the premise of it. But we don't want to curse this. This could work out, It's worked out before in the past. It works out quite well in real life as well in Ireland. So, well, depending on your perspective, but it hasn't fallen apart so far. So yeah, there is a good chance this could work out. It will be very interesting to see how it goes. And I apologise for attacking you over your microphone. The production team are screaming in my ear to stop it. I personally don't care. To me, it sounds like the wind's about.
I rip that thing out. Just rip it out and they can't speak to you.
Yeah, that's actually a good plan.
No, I'd agree,
Okay,
that mic is actually really bad.
we're going to go to another. Has anyone else anything to say about the coalition thing before we move on?
Yes,
Yes, go for it.
the state should be abolished.
That's a very interesting position. Yes, I think that's a very fair assessment. I think returning to an anarcho-capitalist society would do a lot of good for many people. So, But anyways, let's move on because we're going to do a segment of Who Do You Think You Are for a few minutes. And we have Luca tonight.
Lovely.
our panel of experts
Who do you
who know
think you
about
are?
different things. So, Luca, where do you think you're from?
I don't know what. I come from royalty, as you can see by my crown. I come from a long line of Spider-Mans, as you can see by
Wow.
my trousers, and I'm white. So there you go.
I have to apologize because our
That's
team of
racist.
researchers. This is I don't know how to say this. This is devastating. Our team of researchers conducted very thorough and long-lasting investigations into your ancestry and your past, your family's past.
Yes.
Turns out that you are the child of Albanian drug mughals.
Hey, me too.
What? No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm royalty.
Yes, you. No, this is
No,
what the
no,
this is what
no.
the DNA test
No.
you voluntarily did.
Do
The
it again.
records
Do
that
it
we
again.
found.
It's wrong.
We
You
did
mixed
it
it up. Do it again.
We did it 15 times. It all came back the same result.
15,
You were
15, 15 isn't
you were
16,
sent.
though.
You were sent to Britain to try and sell
No,
drugs,
no,
but
no,
you didn't, which was good.
no,
And,
Yo, what you got?
I'm sorry.
no.
What
The
do you
experts
have?
don't lie.
Well, they
Ashton
do.
is
They're
your
lying.
biological brother. Ashton
What?
is your biological brother. Yeah, you
but-
two are related.
Fucking hell.
He
You
kissed
were
me.
separated.
Whoa!
No, you
Whoa,
were separated
wait,
at birth.
he kissed me too.
Wait,
What's
is
the-
this why
what?
he's got a crown as well?
What? No,
Yes.
no. My crown costs 7,000 Robux. Your
Mine
crown
cost
is free.
mine cost I think 40.
This
And
has
it's so
become a
much cooler
Jeremy
than
Kyle.
yours.
Okay, now we're going to slide from who do you think you are to Jeremy Kyle, where we're going to dispute
Oh,
whose
God.
crown costs more. Luca, why do you think your crown is better?
He does not. He is not the father. He does not deserve to see my daughter. He touched her inappropriately.
Look
And
how low
Whoa,
resolution.
whoa, these
and
Look how
allegations
low
are
resolution your
flying,
crown
fam.
is.
and
It's
he
so
isn't,
low res.
and
wanna
he
say
isn't
I
even
really
paying
prefer-
child support.
Okay.
I
What
prefer
child?
I prefer the green
Exactly.
crown. Green
You
crown
don't
is
even.
way
You
better.
don't even want to meet your child.
I'm dead.
Okay. I think we should stop this part of the segment now because it's got to the point where we're going to get taken off
I want
air.
the lie detector. I demand the
was
lie
our-
detector.
yeah.
Can
So
I ask
do
you a
I.
serious
We'll
question,
move
Ben?
that off the stage. Anyways,
Very serious question about the results.
yes, your question about results. Let's get back to the main subject. That was the advertisement section, advertising the other shows that WarnerMedia produces, because we are a brilliant company, unlike News9. Killian, what's your question?
My question is, do you personally, now I know you're
Huh.
meant to be impartial and you don't really care, do you
Yes.
personally have confidence in a three-party coalition between Sinn Féin, Social Democrats and Labour specifically?
From a personal
Why do-
perspective,
Can
Okay,
I say something really important
afterwards.
first?
No.
Okay, fine.
Why
you can
is
say it
there a
opinion.
naked black man on the
Hey,
sofa?
don't be racist.
Hey, it doesn't matter what skin-
Racism?
no, no,
Whoa.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what skin
Sorry,
color
why-
he is. He
It's
is a naked
French.
man.
Why is there a naked man of darker
Let me hear the
pigmentation
answer.
on
No,
the
I really want to hear the
sofa?
answer to this.
Because he wanted a seat, because he's homeless, okay? Now, I'm going to answer Killian's question because
Fuck the
it's
homeless.
serious. It's serious. I don't care about your opinion on the homeless. You could end up like them if you don't watch your mouth. Get sued, lose
I have
all
a
your
7,000
assets.
Robux crown. I can sell
don't
it.
care. I don't care. Anyways, yeah, answering your question, I honestly don't know. I would say that from an initial outlook, it would be quite unstable because all three parties have ambitions independent from one another, and I think there might be some kind of, crash. I don't know if that's the right word. There'll be, difficulties in agreeing on policy, on pursuing same policies in general, in cooperating, because we have to remember if all three parties go into government, it leaves Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, who are the two smallest parties in the Dáil, in opposition, and obviously the Sinn Féin and Labour are going to be vying to get into government as the largest party in the next term. So I think there could be some division, there could be some instability in that respect, but we never know. It's easy to speculate about these things. We'll just have to see how it works out. No matter what happens, I wish all parties the best because WarnerMedia doesn't support any party and we love everyone equally. But Sinn Féin are terrorists, that has to be said.
Can I actually
Oh.
add something on top of that, by the way?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Now, this was a long time ago, but I was... No, I don't know if you remember that, but I was, in a three-party coalition in Cabinet as business minister with James,
Very long ago.
Seamus and Nicola. Now, I don't know what it's like nowadays because it's been a while since I've been in Cabinet. Of course, when I was Taoiseach, but whatever. It's really, really incredibly painful. Like, two-party coalition is
Yeah.
already difficult enough, but there were times where, actually, this is still true to this day, I hate Seamus O'Callaghan. Like, he was, whoa. He didn't even have too much of an active role in government. He was mainly advised us on justice stuff, foreign affairs stuff, yeah. And obviously he was foreign minister at the time, and he did good, he kept all his policies, but in a
Yeah.
coalition, if you don't fully commit, if you don't act like you're serving in government, if you don't try to forget about voters, then you're gonna behave badly with your partners. And yeah, obviously it's good to keep your promises, but if these coalition partners don't try and forget about elections and polling and party politics, then they're gonna have a really incredibly tough time working with each other. That's all I really got from that.
Very good point to make, and I think that's a very fair assessment. I would tend to agree with that. Obviously, like I said, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how it's going to go. But what we do know is that this is a prospect that's on the table. It could work out. It will be very interesting no matter what happens. It will certainly be a different direction because for the last few terms it's really been a... Yeah, I do love the word prospect because it's
That's a good
relevant
word,
to the
okay?
conversation.
Okay,
It's
shut
a
up. That's a
good
good word.
okay? Yeah, stop criticizing me, you drug addict. I'm sorry. No, we don't make fun of addiction. We don't mock addiction. If you need help, there are helplines out
You're
there.
literally from, like, I can't dox you, but
Yes, I'm
He's
joking.
from Glasgow. He's from Middleton.
I know
Look,
his
Ashton,
exact
I'm
address.
joking. You're not a drug addict.
look, if I'm a
I
drug
respect it.
addict, then
No, but
that
it's
means
okay.
you're a homosexual.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to head off,
I mean, there's
actually.
nothing wrong with doing a little bit. Are you heading, Killian? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to head off. I have very important
Well,
things to discuss with
That's okay.
namesakes.
Well,
You won't be here.
thanks very much for joining us
Whoa.
tonight. It's been a pleasure to have you. Bye.
Good
It's a
riddance.
pleasure
Gone.
to be
I think we're still live. Are we still live?
Jules, why are you dressed
think-
as...
I don't know.
Alright,
head off.
I'm assuming we're still live. Does anyone have anything they want to discuss? Because
Yeah, I want to actually
Haven't-
talk about the election.
Yes,
I have
go
one.
for
I
it.
have one point to bring up first.
Okay, look at your point quickly, and then Ashton.
Death to America. Death to the imperialists.
So true.
Thank you for noting that. That is not the opinion of WarnerMedia, although I would personally say that
No,
America
it's not
is just a country.
necessarily the opinion of WarnerMedia.
No, not necessarily the opinion,
This is
because
the-
America. It's very true that America is just full of fat people, guns, and violence. But
And people named Connor. Ugh. Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Just like Ireland.
okay, WarnerMedia does not comment on that. We have nothing to say about that comment. That's your individual opinion.
I'm an executive at WarnerMedia. All opinions that I share,
No,
WarnerMedia
No,
also
don't
shares.
say it. We don't want to get cancelled.
Benjamin, I want to know who you voted for.
Who I voted for?
Yeah,
I
man.
don't declare that because it's private.
You mean you're a normal person who doesn't talk about their political
Ben
opinion?
didn't
Yeah,
vote.
literally.
Ben didn't vote.
I
He told
did
me he
vote.
didn't vote. No, he didn't.
I forgot to vote.
Same. I didn't vote until
I did vote. I did vote. I'm joking. I did vote. I
Yeah,
told you
me-
that, so I didn't have to. But anyways,
Wow.
has anyone a serious election commentary?
Yes.
Yes.
Is
you
it
do.
is the outcome what you wanted?
I didn't really have a preferred outcome. I mean, I think it would have been quite cool to see Fianna Fáil win, personally, because they haven't won any election ever, and I'm always
But
like,
I
go for
think-
the underdog, you know? We want
Yeah.
the underdog to take the throne. So it's
Can
a
I
bit
say
sad
my
that they
comment,
didn't
please?
win.
I
And
thought
I also,
gonna
I think
pick up.
Dara would have been a pretty cool Taoiseach. I like Dara. He's a.
I
I
hate
know
you.
he's very controversial, and apparently so am I for some reason, but not as bad. But you know, it would have been interesting to see, anyways.
I mean,
Please, may I make my comment
you hear
now?
about 4-day, 5-day peace parades?
What are those?
Do you hear about the peace parade?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you missed out. Happy
I did.
New
I was. Oh, like the violence.
No, the peace parades.
No, I didn't hear about them. I was busy living
Committing
my life.
war.
Please, may I share my opinion about elections?
Yes, you can.
I believe instead of elections, maybe we should have one person who if they produce a male child, they no, absolute. If they provide a male child, that child, when their father dies, should then inherit the sovereignty of that said nation.
You know what? That's very
No.
interesting. What is this? Is this Claire?
No, women aren't entitled to
No,
an
we are
opinion.
not. We are not a
Your
feminist.
opinion is invalid. You have an
So
invalid
is yours.
opinion.
Let's get some order in the chat. Okay, one sec. One at a time. One at a time. I will call on you to speak. Before I start, I will apologise for calling Claire a woman earlier because I forgot your name. That wasn't nice of me. That was a bit sexist and misogynist, and I apologise. I didn't intend for it to come across that way. I'm very sorry. I hope you accept my apology. Claire, which is your name, which I previously forgot. So have you got your mic fixed now?
Yeah.
Microphone working? Very good. Yeah, I had to fill in for your bit of a show. I don't know what you were planning to say, if I'm honest, but I think we got it covered. It's better than news now. That's all we have to say. Claire, have you anything to say? Since you've just been sitting there very politely the whole time, not saying anything while we've been going on about some random bullshit. What have you got to say?
WarnerMedia is better than News Now. That's it.
So true. So true.
You see, hold on a second.
I think that deserves a round of applause. Everyone clap. Everyone clap.
You can't hear it,
Yes.
but I am clapping.
Yes, good. Okay. Thank you, Claire, for a very meaningful, very accurate contribution. And I want to speak to the viewers at home here for a second. On a serious note, you will hear a lot of things here tonight. They are accurate for the most part. Most of all, they are better than anything you're going to hear on News Now, because we as a nation deserve better than News Now. We deserve media companies that provide you both information and entertainment,
like
and
Anglo-Irish.
an enjoyable watch. You deserve stability. You deserve something that strikes an accord with you. News Now strikes with me, anyways. Like a deep, burning sensation of fear and regret inside, where I just am like tearing my hair out, asking why I can't find something slightly better to watch. And it's just completely wrong. They were given the contract to show the election results. Like, it wasn't fair on the people of Ireland. It really wasn't. And I want to just apologise again, but we didn't do more. We tried our hardest. We should have done more to ensure you didn't have to suffer through that. Here we are, making up for it tonight with a fine show, with some fine guests, some amazing panellists, great information, and not to mention that we did actually report on some very key developments, you know, like coalition talks, election results. All of this stuff came straight from WarnerMedia. So News Now can suck it because they didn't have that, and they decided to end their stream early like a bunch of idiots. So take that, you infantile pillocks, and put it where the sun don't shine. Now we're going to ask someone else to speak for a bit because, yeah.
Ben's coming for a fag.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going for a break. Yeah, he's gone off for a smoke break. So
nicotine addict. They should all be put to death, including you.
Okay. I think we're going to wrap this up relatively soon. Does anyone have any final comments to make before we move to the big firework display celebrating WarnerMedia's excellence over the inferiority and terribleness of News Now? Anyone, any final thing to say? Open it to the panel. Nothing?
Nope.
Okay, well, with that in mind, I just need to take this opportunity to thank the viewers at home for sticking with us, for watching. We genuinely do really appreciate it. Our viewing figures are probably triple that of News Now. And, you know, thanks for choosing us over their inferior service. Thank you to all my panelists tonight. You've all been amazing. I apologise for anything offensive that might have been said during the course of the stream. Of course, it shouldn't be taken sincerely, but yes, genuinely, thank you very much for joining us.
The official word of WarnerMedia is we do not apologise for any offensive, derogatory terms made in this stream.
As host, I apologise.
Have a great night.
Scot-free. Yes, have a great night. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone again.
Death to America.
Good night, Ireland.
Death to America. Death to America.
I think we're going downstairs to Freestyle Live. Can you still hear me speaking? You still hear me speaking? I can't get out of here. Okay. Oh, okay, so I'm still speaking apparently. I'm stuck behind a glass wall. So, just an update, we're walking down to look at fireworks because of the studio here. I'm stuck behind a glass ceiling. I know how...
I've been arrested.
I know how women in the workplace feel.
I've been
Oh,
arrested.
I broke the glass ceiling. I'm like Hillary Clinton. Until she got stuck behind one again.
Nice emails.
Oh shit, I'm lost somewhere in the WarnerMedia news building. I'm going upstairs, that's not the right way. Shit. Just say that, like, WarnerMedia has such a beautiful building for our news. Newsnight doesn't. Newsnight has, like, a really shitty 30-year-old office that's fallen apart. It's just
I
covered
hear
in
News
smoke
Now
stains.
has a production of slaves who run their
Yeah, they
editing.
probably do. I don't even doubt it. Like, I can't accuse them of that for certain because I would get cancelled and sued. But, you know, speculation is fair. Someone just said that. They might be right. But yeah, we've got such a state-of-the-art building. Like, look at this. This is such high quality. It's so amazing. I find it hard to believe that anyone could consider any news company to be better than this because it's just anything and everything you could ask for. It's just brings a tear to my eye. But here we are. Look, we've got a beautiful view of the water. We've got many flags because we are a multinational, multi-ethnic news company. We love all people, and we represent everyone. Unlike News Now, who just represent themselves. Okay. Just I'm muting myself. Good stuff.
I turn the music up, I got my records on. I shut the world outside until the lights come on. Maybe the streets are alive, maybe the trees are gone. I feel my heart stop beating to my favorite song.